Hello, everyone, and welcome to another week of the Esports Ohio sponsored 2025 season here, bringing you back with your Monday Overwatch 2 with a exciting matchup here between Avon High School and Louisville High School in the Northeast region. And now, as many of you Overwatch fans already know, we are playing on the patch with perks. Last week we had President's Day was a makeup week, so we didn't see every team compete, but now this is going to be the first time on the big screen coming at you with the perk update here. For those that might not be as well versed, Overwatch has added a new system where as you play characters, you level them up. You can see that number right next to the name in the bottom left corner. And when you level them up to level 3, when you first reach level 2, you unlock a minor perk, which will be a small change to your character. Some include Genji, for instance, after dashing, gets extra jumps. Whereas when you hit level 3, you will then get major perks such as a Reinhardt shield bash or Arisa getting a shield. And so it'll be really interesting to see what the teams use here today as they're going to face off right here. Baxter on the side of Louisville getting a lot of damage in with those fire strikes. Already built up to about 16% right there. Ooh, but it looks like Razek is going to try to come in and pick him off. Baxter cut off from the supports and taken out by the DPS there. Stick doing a great job to stick that damage. Joyboy now on this ram, completely unleashed. Gonna walk right through Louisville there as Avon is gonna go ahead and win this first fight and capture this first point, fighting on the high ground there. A job well done to Avon. We're able to cut off the tank of Louisville, and as soon as they went down, give the all clear for everyone to go in. A very, very well done fight by Avon there, who are now going to go ahead and get this first capture point. As coming back now, we do see Baxter swapping over to that Arisa. Oh, dropping really low. Are going to get stuck in the ram field as well. Have to dash out. Louisville caught between a rock and a Ramatra here. A very tough spot. Joyboy having a lot of pressure on this pick. We'll see. Ooh, in the flank of the back line. Dick gonna finish off Baxter once again as Razek's gonna find Aether now. Once again, Louisville, they've lost their tank. They have no front line, and that is just the go button for Avon to go ahead and go in and clean this one up. As Resif is gonna go ahead and take out Technomoss there. As it looks like Golden Goat trying to get a back cap, not gonna be able to pull that one off. Avon checks their screens just in time here. As the ultimates, though, slowly coming online for Louisville, and that's going to be their way back into this game here. It's just stacking their ultimate abilities, being able to punch through Avon, but Avon really hasn't unleashed any of their own yet, so going to definitely be a game of chicken between the two teams here on who deploys first, but Avon playing really aggressive already at this front choke, and here comes the tire, and it finds two. Avon able to hold this one down as they bring it up to 75%. Turtle, Kitty, and Razek finishing off the last few members of Louisville there as Aether falls as well. As 80% right now for Avon High School. A dominant first round showing here. And it's just been hard for Louisville to even touch this point. They keep going up to this top left, but Avon is just constantly ready for them, able to hold their ground. As this damage from Stick on the Junkrat is going to allow Resif to find two headshots and take two out as the Kirikos are traded, but it's a 3 versus 2. Now it's just one left here, and it's not going to be possible for Louisville to touch this one, as Avon with a 100-0 dominant showing is going to go ahead and pick up that first capture point on this map right here. Going to go up 1-0. Avon High School, they got the point and they held it, doing a great job there, playing really aggressively, knowing that they could just funnel Louisville into that choke by the door. And when you have stuff like the Reaper, like the Ramatra, like the Junkrat, you're just able to get so much damage into one condensed spot, and they were able to do that so well. As you see here, the perks meters do carry over between these rounds, but when you swap characters, it does reset your progress, and that's another kind of snowbally aspect to Overwatch now. Is if you do get that lead, you can see Technoboss was able to get the first minor level perk here. Avon's gonna have a lead in that department probably as well coming out of the gates here. We'll see a Maga swap now for Baxter. A much tankier, much brawlier tank. We'll see what they can get done with that one. As Technoboss is gonna be done by Razek, who was able to teleport on that Reaper to get a good flank. And that's going to be a support down for Louisville as Avon's going to go ahead and clean them up on this one. Joyboy finds Golden Goat. And avoid pulse, and Razek's gonna win the Reaper 1v1 there with Aether, and the Cap is gonna go ahead and go over to Avon. Another dominant showing on this capture point style. Avon certainly enjoying the brawl aspect here, keeping their same picks in order, as it looks like the same heroes also now for Louisville, who really haven't had a chance to hold a point yet. And that's really what they're just looking for, is that first entry, that first chance to show off their stuff. But Razek is just going to find that pick onto the DPS, going to make it a tough job for them here. See what they can do as they go ahead and walk around. As that is a Pharah that was taken out. Can get back to point quickly, is okay being on that flank. Baxter on the Maga, dishing a lot of damage, has to back up because Joyboy found Technomoss, and now Joyboy's gonna go big mode and is gonna absolutely charge right through Louisville, takes out Golden Goat and Baxter with the help of Razek right there. Aether trying to teleport in to get a pick, just gonna be too little too late, as now Evoid Pulse back at the spawn, waiting for the team to regroup. Louisville in a tough situation here, as it now hits 53%, and they have yet to have a touch on this first map. Don't even have a chance to go ahead and hold their ground. We'll have to see what they can do here. This Void Pulse keeps trying to 1v1 Razek up on this high ground, but the Reaper's going to dish out a lot of damage before Void Pulse can push them off, as now the Orisa swap coming out here for Baxter, plus the Bastion. And there goes the Reaper Q. That's going to be enough to take out Void Pulse and get Technomoss's Immortality Field. And that's just going to set up Avon for a perfect play as they all funnel into the corridor and take out Louisville, who now, as it ticks 85%, this is going to be their last chance to touch here. And Louisville, this is going to be an uphill battle. There's still plenty of ults in Avon's pocket. As now Evoid Pulse trying to find this pick, gonna get really close, but is gonna go for the touch on point just to make sure that they can trigger overtime, but is gonna die right before, and now all of Avon is just gonna be on point, and Louisville's not gonna be able to touch. A very quick game number 1 for Avon High School, with a dominant showing on the capture point here, coming out strong, able to get that first point both times and just hold on to it. And you can see the hero combinations here. That and Stick doing a great job on the Junkrat. When you have that Junkrat Reaper or Majper combo with a lot of heals in the back, and you can just find the opponents funneling into those corridors that Louisville just kept finding themselves in, it is no wonder they had such a dominant performance on this map. And now the map selection is going to be up to Louisville. See if they take a different direction to pick up game number 2, hopefully for them, as we will see what happens right after this quick break. Hello, everyone, and welcome back for game number 2 in this best of 3 series between Avon High School and Louisville High School for week number 6 of our Overwatch 2 sponsored Premier 2025 season here at Esports Ohio. And we're taking you now to a hybrid map being Blizzard World here, a fan favorite, of course, as you can see some Protoss drones flying around there. And as we look at these two teams, Avon High School had a dominant game number 1, having just a ton of pressure with this same comp that they're running back. Very high pressure, very good at holding those chokes. And Louisville had some great swap ups, but it maybe was just a little bit too late. They weren't quite able to punch through, and Avon was able to have a dominant capture now. But this now was Louisville's map choice, taking us to Blizzard World, and there is this first choke at the front that may be hard for them to pierce. There is the room off to the side they can move through, but to be honest, this map is a lot less of that choke style of the first one, and they are going to be able to play a lot more loose and stay away from the likes of Razek and Stick just pumping damage down a choke. So we'll see if that helps them here, as now your team's going to start off. Aether going to take a lot of damage really fast. Resif is going to go ahead and get that pick as Golden Goat and Stick. Even Baxter healed up here. Arisa now charging forward. As we'll see, it is still going to be hard for Louisville to pierce through this first choke. Still going to have some difficulties here with all the damage flying through, but they have the likes of the Soldier and the Ash, as Razek going to go for the peek. Going to get a little bit of damage and not going to really get that one down. Stick just lobbing those grenades into the choke. See what they can do here. They go ahead and charge forward. Going to go ahead and goes form away as Baxter has found a path through the choke, starting to get into the engage, but this is where Joyboy could go ahead and turn on and go Ramatra mode. See what's going to come up here as Razek and Resif are going to go ahead and attack the back line and take out the members of Louisville. There's Avon holds on to this choke, holds on to the high ground, and the first skirmish of this round here. A job well done by them. Sticking to that same comp, a tried and true for them definitely, as we could see with these new hero perks already. Sticking on the same champions for Avon is going to allow them to unlock those perks sooner, whereas swap ups coming up. But Louisville's on a flank. See what they can do here, as Baxter going to take a lot of damage first off. Going to need healed up there. They have found a way to kind of disorient. They are going to find Razek, forcing him to get off the flank now, as Baxter just going to stand this immortality field, soak up some damage to go ahead and deploy the spear there to finish it off. As now Louisville and Avon in a face-off. Baxter's going to find Resif, but Raze is going to go ahead and jump on in. Joyboy is going to unlock the nanobots, and the nanobots are going to be the straw in Louisville's coffin right there, as Avon is going to go ahead and secure that point. A job well done once again. As we can see, though, Louisville is building up those ultimates. Like on Horizon Lunar Colony, they're going to want to spend all of those at once here. Try and save those up just to punch through this choke with brute force. But there's plenty of ultimates for Avon as well. We'll see Louisville using the rooms as cover. Unfortunately, that Junkrat is still going to be able to bounce those grenades around. It looks like Razek is going to look for the Blossom here. Is going to jump into the room. Is going to phase forward any second now. And there we go. As the Blossom comes out, it finds one. The Terror Surge isn't going to be enough, as Joyboy and Razek are going to look to finish him off here, as Avon continues with another successful hold. Doing a job well done so far on this composition. See what Louisville goes for. Only 60 seconds left to try and get this touch. This Avon team is a hard egg to crack. See what they can get done as the defense matrix deployed. A great job there. Going to go ahead and power them up just to put more pressure through this choke. Try and disperse Avon a little bit so they can get some distance, as Aether here does have the visor. See if they go ahead and deploy it, as now Louisville pushing up though, but they are going to get caught off because Razek is in the back line, going to be able to find one there. His Stick was able to take out Baxter. And what looked good at the start for Louisville is going to be another play for Avon, holding on to that high ground and that position, as only 10 seconds left now for them to touch. A few shots It's going to be hard for this Ashe to do anything as the Kiriko comes out. And Aether going to deploy the visor, but not going to be able to find the damage on the one target. His stick fires down the lane, and Avon's going to go ahead and have a perfect hold on this first round here. A job well done for Avon High School, who, as I've been talking about, props just really has to be given to their composition. They've played the same 5 heroes the entire time so far throughout this match, and they are well practiced and comfortable on them for sure. As now Louisville hopping onto that defense. First time seeing them in a defensive situation here, as the first point was capture and they were attack first on this. So now we'll see if they could swap anything up what they bring. We have seen Baxter on that Orisa. Definitely a defense-sided hero here. We'll also see where they choose to hold, if they're going to opt for the high ground like Avon or try and bring the fight to them, as this is now their chance to hold down that choke, as we see a switch up for the first time now from Avon. Gonna go ahead and have Stick, the resident Junkrat, swap over to the Ashe. See what's up with Stick's Ashe. And now Ashe, going to be a pick that was showcased by both teams on the attack here, actually, does a great job in these long range maps like Blizzard World at just finding the picks onto the straggling support who maybe walks a little bit too far left of a shield, or that flanking DPS, something like Aether's Junkrat. Or even we could see Void Pulse on the Torb here, as that is a really fun and interesting pick. See what Void Pulse is going to do with it. They are just going to go for this turret setup on the high ground with Baxter on the Ram. Avon. Ooh, it looked like Razek wanted to go on a flank, but just going to opt to go through the choke in the middle here. As right now, Louisville is able to exert a lot of pressure. Stick is low in this back line. As now Turtle Kitty is going to get an anti, going to be forced back. Louisville, though, taking a lot of damage. Stick is going to go ahead and take out the turret, as the Juno speed buff is going to allow Avon to just roll onto this point. Razek is going to find a support, not able to take him out, but able to get the pressure down, as now Joy Boy, Stick, they start finding the picks. Razek as well, as Louisville falls and Avon caps the point to go and win map number 2 here, bringing them up 2-0 in this best of 3 series. A job well done by Avon. Louisville had a good, strong first hold at the start there, but Avon was just able to break it. Using that Juno speed boost, was able to quickly fly to the objective and put Louisville in a precarious situation. And just a great hit of the Q button here by Joy Boy. Was able to find it on that flank. Already had a lot of damage down. Knew Razek was there and followed it up perfectly. As now this is going to be, once again, Louisville's choice of map. We'll see if they can bring it back in game number 3, or if Avon is going to look to go ahead and win the series, as we catch you after the short break. Hello everyone, and welcome back for match number 3 here. As it looks like we're gonna go ahead and swap it up into the same map, or into a different map actually, in a second here. As we'll be going to Coliseum for game number 3. Avon High School is currently up 2-0 right now against Louisville High School here. Avon looking to go ahead and take this best of 3 series win, whereas Louisville is looking to start the journey to the reverse sweep possibly here, as now this was Louisville's pick of map on Coliseum. Been talking so far in this series how Avon's lineup has done a really good job at just pouring damage into chokes in specific areas, and Coliseum, really all push maps, but Coliseum especially is probably a pretty good pick here for Louisville. Very long distance. While it does have some corners and corridors here, you are going to see a lot more open space, and it's going to be harder for something like that Junkrat or that Reaper to have the same level of effectiveness, especially on the first contest or any contest within that Coliseum there, that really long path. So it'll be interesting to see what Louisville is able to do, as they are going to come out with a more long-range composition. You do have a Sojourn, you have the Soldier, you also have Technomoss on that Ana, Void Pulse picking up the Juno, and Golden Goat now, a swap of roles, Golden Goat on Tank, Baxter on DPS. As for the likes of Avon, a sub here, Water coming in for the tank role, as Stick, it looks like, is going to stick on that Sim here, not just using the teleporter swap. So see what the Symmetra can do in a situation like this, but also going to keep the Reaper and go for a Maga. So still going for that more brawly comp. We'll see who comes out on top here as the two teams face off around this first push bot. Robot going to unlock in 1 second here, as the first push is going to actually be Resif finding a pick onto Technomoss. And that's going to go ahead and give Avon this opportunity to continue forward. Resif has been an absolute beast on this Kiriko. Always in the kill feed with some headshots. As now Rezik's going to find Golden Goat. Water's going to find Baxter. And it looks like Avon's going to start this one off with a 1-team fight here and a bit of push on this bot.
Might have to adjust my approach.
Sojourn voice line having a lot of meaning here, as we'll see what changes to their approach Louisville picks up. Gonna stay, actually gonna have Technoboss swap on over to that Baptiste, as we'll see what kind of contest they go for here, setting up on this high ground. Ooh, it looks like Razek though is gonna look to disrupt things, as well as Water on the Maga, but Water's gonna drop really low. Aether's gonna be able to land that last hit, and now it's going to be time for Louisville to show what they got, but they're going to be walking into a lot of sim turrets and a very good Reaper with very good aim, as Resif is going to go ahead and find Aether and make this an even competition, as right now Razek is charging for it. So much lifesteal when chowing down on the face of that tank. All of the sim turrets are going to be too much for Golden Goat to handle, as what looked like a good fight for Louisville is just going to turn itself around, as Stick did a great job with the setup. And Razek just finds so much damage. 3 ultimates already ready now for Avon. And we'll see what they're able to do here, as they are getting lots of distance, holding up on this high ground here. Not even staying with the cart, just knowing that if they walk up forward, they can get a lot of free distance. A very good macro play right there. It's Razek, though, on the flank. As the Death Blossom, gonna hit Q any second now. There's no Immortality Field. They're actually gonna opt to use the Kiriko ultimate to go in here. Water finds a massive Maga Slam. He's gonna be able to CC 3 of them back. Razek is empowered on this Reaper, and a team wipe for Avon, who has this whole series never lost a beat, and they're continuing that here on Coliseum, as only 7 minutes and 15 seconds are left on the timer, but the Death Blossom's gonna seal the deal. A 4K now for Razek is gonna go ahead and push the bot to the end, as Avon High School, in a quick series, takes the 3-0 there against Louisville, and cements themselves with another win this week. And play of the game actually going over to Resif. I thought it would be that play at the end from Razek, but that was a huge Kitsune at the end. And just this Avon team really showing today how they can shine, doing a great job of comboing ultimates and always keeping the pace moving. Every little lead they had, they turn into a big one. A job well done to Avon High School. And props to Louisville as well, was able to go ahead and find some good contests into a tough team comp that was hard to break. But at the end of the day, Avon was just able to keep it rolling and go ahead and win this one in a very dominant 3-0. Now, that is all from us here on this stream this week. Go ahead and check out the other Esports Ohio stream for more Overwatch content, and go ahead and follow both streams and Esports Ohio on your favorite social media platforms so you can stay informed about all of our streams coming to you every week. And also, as now we're on week number 6, we're entering playoff season. So make sure to stay tuned for more information on that. And until next time, see ya.